Hi, my name is Calvin Shen from I-nnovate Technology Solutions. Today we're going to demonstrate our AP invoice process that combines business process automation platform for intelligently creating process applications and automated workflows, and cognitive data capture technology for automating invoice process with minimal human involvement. Traditionally, manual invoice processing has been a time-consuming and expensive process where invoices can be lost and approval requests can be forgotten. With the I-nnovate AP invoice process solution, organizations can benefit from improved efficiencies through the streamlining of the invoice approval process and the automatic data capture of invoices without the complexities of configuring rules or templates. In this demonstration, we're going to upload several invoices and walk you through how the artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies work to extract data from our invoices. On the screen, you'll see that we have the AP invoice process dashboard. To get started, we're going to click on the Select Files to Upload button. And we're going to go ahead and upload a couple of sample invoices to use for this demonstration. We'll select these two invoice PDF files and click Open to begin the upload and data capture process. Currently, the invoices are being uploaded to a data extraction system that utilizes artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities to extract the necessary details, including supplier details, due date, invoice amount, relevant payment and bank account details, and the individual line items in the invoices. The cognitive data capture system significantly reduces the time spent on processing a single invoice from minutes to seconds, helping clerks gain efficiency of up to 90% reduction of time in manually entering invoice data into the financial database system. Once the system has finished processing the invoices, we can begin reviewing each invoice. You'll see that our invoices have a pending status, which means that we haven't reviewed the invoice yet. There's also a score indicator below, which we'll talk about later in this demonstration. For now, we're going to review each invoice to make sure all the data have been extracted correctly. And to do that, we're going to click on the edit icon next to our Acme Incorporated invoice. This launches the invoice editor that will allow us to review the extracted data and make any corrections as necessary. You'll see that we correctly captured the invoice number, invoice date, vendor name, customer name, total amount, and it extracted the single line item in our invoice. Once we've completed our review, we can click on Done to save our extracted data. In the main dashboard screen, our Acme Incorporated invoice now shows a complete status, which indicates that we have completed our review. It also displays a score of 83.88. This confidence score indicates the level of accuracy of the data extraction for this invoice. Accuracy rates are often based upon a good quality scan of the documents. Fax documents or documents that use hard-to-read fonts may result in lower confidence score. If the invoice details were deemed to be accurate and complete, our workflow can be configured to immediately save the invoice information into a financial database and initiate payment without handing off to a human user for review, thereby enabling full automation of invoice processing without any human involvement. Next, we'll take a look at the quality high-tech marketing invoice. You'll see that the system correctly extracted the invoice number, invoice date, due date, vendor name, customer name, and total amount. However, it erroneously identified two line items instead of one. To correct this error, we're simply going to remove the extra line item from the extracted list. Now that we've made our corrections, we'll save the changes by clicking on Done. Once we've completed extracting and reviewing the invoices, we can proceed with submitting the invoice for approval by clicking on the Submit to Approver action button at the top. This will launch our invoice processing workflow for the approval process and route this invoice process request to an approver for their review. Note that the approval workflow is completely customizable. The workflow can be configured to bypass approval review if necessary. For now, we're going to close out this form and simulate reviewing the invoice request as an approver in order to approve our invoices. To do that, we're going to launch the Workspace application. And as an approver, I'm going to go ahead and open the current task item in our inbox. At this point, you'll see that our invoices have a not approved status. We can begin reviewing all the data for each invoice by either clicking on the file names, which will open the original PDF file of the invoice, or I can also click on the information icon for each invoice to review the extracted data. All of the extracted information for this invoice will be shown here, including all line items down below. I can go back to the dashboard by clicking on the home link at the top. And once we've completed reviewing all the invoices, we can check the checkboxes to approve our invoices. Then we'll click on the Sign button to add our electronic signature. As an approver, we can route this request back to the initiator by clicking on the Return to Initiator action button. For now, since we've completed adding all of our approval information, we're going to click on the Submit to Accounting action button at the top for final review. This request should now be sent to accounting department for review, so we're going to simulate logging in as an accounting member in the Workspace application. As an accounting user, we'll click on our existing task item. And here we can review all the invoices and add our electronic signature below. We can then click on the Save to Financial System button to save the invoice information to our financial database and begin processing payment for this invoice. We can also review the output of the extracted invoice information by opening the downloaded CSV file. This completes our demo of the AP invoice process solution to help firms save time, reduce costs, and human error with processing invoices. Thank you for watching this demonstration.